Hey collectors, it's Nathan and Michael for Riverland and Mallee TCG. We hope you're doing well. Welcome to our first episode of, being in the hobby, anything that's coming up in the next few months. We're going to try and look at doing one of these episodes at least once a month. Make it a bit more longer format so you can sit in and listen while you're driving in the car, walking the dog, whatever it may be. But yeah, we're really looking forward to just giving you our insights, talking about the hobby that we love, talking about all TCGs, well, not all, but as many as we can that we enjoy. And then potentially we're going to be releasing some footage of our preparation for our vending. So like the night before, the 2 nights before, we'll be doing our prep for our first show, and then we'll get some footage while we're there, just so you guys can come along for the ride. And, you know, you can put the faces that you see at the trade days that we've organised so far to the videos that you'll start watching, hopefully. So, yeah, Michael, how you been?
Been alright, been busy as always, but we're all good to go.
Yeah.
We're sweet. We're getting it all organised. Same thing as we were saying before, behind the scenes stuff, we are quite busy, but we do 100% want to make it work, and we do want to be very well known in a great way, sort of in the Riverland community. So, everyone stay tuned. These 1 monthly videos, these sort of video ideas we got popping up, it's going to be sick, it's going to be good.
So yeah, we thought today we would just bring up probably the biggest controversy that's happened recently in the TCG, and that's with the Pokemon 30th anniversary pre-orders that came out not long ago. So I guess realistically we could just start at the top where it went really bad, in saying that, you know, we understand how businesses work, and we can't say we weren't shocked though. Like, as in, I mean, I was shocked. We were definitely shocked when we saw
pricing-wise shocked, 100% pricing-wise shocked.
Yeah, so if you've been living under a rock and you're not following the TCG closely, today we're filming is a Saturday, and yesterday was the pre-order release for the 30th anniversary for Pokemon. So we had our biggest retailers, being EB Games, obviously really in the TCG market right now. As always, when you're trying to order or pre-order any kind of new set that comes out, you have to wait in your queue. Hopefully you can get in, you can get a couple of products, you can check out, and you're lucky enough you can pay it later. You don't have to do a big money dump straight away, which is really good. Unfortunately, this time around, the price of the products was a bit more inflated, and I have to say I did miss out.
I also missed out. I didn't grab nothing. I honestly seen the prices and thought it's not worth it. My personal opinion is, after you guys do hear the prices, I do think it's going to dump quite quickly because of the lack of, not the lack of effort that the sort of Pokemon have put in, but I don't really see anything too special when it comes to the 30th anniversary cards. It's plain stuff. They got this new sort of futuristic look. I don't know what that's called.
The chromatic rare things.
I don't like the chromatic rares. It does remind me of the past or ancient and futuristic sort of styles they're doing in what's it called, Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah, it was Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces.
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like them personally. I think they're doing the same sort of futuristic thing. But anyway, we'll discuss prices first, and we'll have opinions after as well.
Yeah, so
what do we got?
Well, the main thing is that the SPCs, UPCs, I should say, they're always a bit more expensive. They have a lot of packs, a few other things in it. This time round, they featured, there's a Espeon and an Umbreon box, 2 different boxes, night and day they were calling them. And yeah, I think you get a Pikachu promo card in it, I'm not sure, but you definitely get the Umbreon and the Espeon. I think the Pikachu is on those cards with it, or it might be an EV with it as well. Nonetheless, those cards are pretty nice cards, a little bit different, but there are special packs that are only in the UPCs. So there's a pack in both of them that you can only get out of those 2 UPCs. So any other 30th anniversary product, you can't get this pack out of there. So so that is where the boom came from, I think, where the prices, I think it averaged out to be at $20 a pack for this new set that comes out, the 30th anniversary, sorry. And if you times that by how many packs are in the box, that's where they've come to a stop where they've made the prices. But in saying that, you know, normal UPCs range from $250 to $350 roughly.
It's just not true value though, is it? Of thing, like, you can't really say it is true value. Every other UPC, I guess nothing has come exclusive. I've never got 2 separate UPCs for 2 different types of Pokemon in a set. I understand it's the 30th anniversary, so trying to do something different, but I just don't understand I still can't understand the pricing, in my opinion. That's my opinion,
and so the biggest talking point is the pricing across the board from EB Games, unfortunately, and it was, you're looking at $600 for a UPC, and that's for one of them, and if you're to collect both of them, which most collectors want to, or, still collectors will want to, you're looking at, $1,200 for 2 boxes.
Can you even order the both on your EB Game account?
I think you can, because they're different SKUs. So, but the main thing is that, if you're looking at $1,200 back in the day, I'm not sure if it's accurate now because it's hard. You could buy a case of any other set, and that's 6 booster boxes.
Yeah.
And that, if you're looking at it purely from an investment point of thing, is so much better off.
100%.
But we're not saying we've both been in the game a while now, and that's how we've known each other before this, getting into it, and then obviously we've created this from getting into the hobby.
Yeah, 100%.
But I can't, I bought a case of Brilliant Stars when it first released for, I think, $11.94.
$11.94, that's normal.
I was able to sell it in 3 years' time for a handy profit after opening plenty enough. I had to. I got my chase cards out of it. But yeah, I'm just not sure how this is going to work. And the thing is, other stuff is not super expensive, but you get, I think, so the poster collection, you get 3 packs, and that's $60 worth. So you get 3 packs.
So what are they saying? Just basing off $20 value, I guess.
Yeah,
It's sort of what they're doing. Everything's just based off the $20 value. Whether you're going to get, man, everyone rips packs. You're never going to get that $20 worth of anything sort of in a pack. Not even like a $11 to $12 pack. For example, you can do 30 packs. It costs you $12 each. You're going to get nothing. It's just luck of the draw. These things happen. So I wonder what they could bring it back if they have good pull rates. But then again, will that drop the price of everything if the core rates are really, really good and everyone's accessible to the card? They've got to sort of hit it in between there, and I don't think they're going to. I don't know, that's just me, but yeah.
And to be honest, we haven't actually seen the full set yet, so I'm sure there's, 25th anniversary was okay. That's really when I jumped back in to be a full-time collector again. Yeah. And, I bought that much celebration stuff, 25th anniversary. But the vintage or the old remastered cards weren't that great. It was okay, but in comparison to other sets, it was a bit lackluster. I feel like that Pokemon are really leaning into it now. Pokemon's been booming now for the longest time, and it's only going bigger. And so, I think if you were lucky enough, JB Hi-Fi had a lot of the products for a lot less of the cost. So you're looking at, for the UPCs for JB Hi-Fi were $360. So you can pick up 2 for $720 instead of paying 2 for $1,200. Now, it was really hard to get stock. I know some people tried through all our chats that we have. Some people did get stock, tried to get stock through New Zealand JB Hi-Fi. They actually sold out New Zealand JB Hi-Fi, but as soon as they found out that they were based in Australia, they actually cut their orders. They sort of refunded them. So, and obviously with JB Hi-Fi, you have to pay the full amount up front, whereas EB Games, it's only a percentage. So they both have their cons, but the fact that I think that if EB Games sold theirs at $600 and JB Hi-Fi sold theirs at $360, and obviously they were happy with their percentage gain on that $360.
So then why is sort of looking?
So why is it double the market?
Looking as though it's the scalping sort of. I don't know. Again, my opinion, but it's looking as though it's sort of the scalping is starting to sort of creep into every business. If you sort of see it that way, I don't know. But big call. But
nonetheless, it's I think another thing was an ETB was $200. So whereas you can get it for $100 at JB Hi-Fi, so you could buy 2 ETBs for the price of 1 if you could get the product from JB Hi-Fi. It was I looked into getting something from JB Hi-Fi and I had it in my cart and it was just constantly refreshing and not working, and then it just they dropped all the stock. It just disappeared.
Gone.
So we don't know the full story about why this all happened. Obviously, the hardest part to accept is that it did meet demand. It's sold out. So EB Games, once they get it from the distributor, they can put out whatever price they like, and people still bought it. So it sucks because $600 is not an entry level for any kind of collector.
Yeah, well, not just that. Now you've got people that have sort of pre-ordered through EB Games, JB Hi-Fi, and whatever else. Now you got to look at the eBay.
Yeah,
the eBay market now, that sort of thing. You were saying, I think, 2 UPCs for $2,500.
Yeah, $2,500 it was for 2 UPCs that people are pre-selling on.
So they're doing
eBay.
2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Full scalp.
Either way, it's there's a lot of the people that I speak to within the community, not in the Riverland community, but the nationwide community of the Pokemon TCG, are pretty upset the way this has actually played out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We got Pitch Black coming out in this month actually, and that's it just feels like it's already been overshadowed. Yeah, like this has happened before where we've had you get one set, you pre-order, and then within like a month you have to pre-order the next set because
you haven't even started with your first one. You originally ordered. You haven't even got it yet.
You haven't even got the product in your hands.
So they're just pumping it out. I don't know.
And that's why that's why the TCG in general is just booming, and there's money in it. But yeah, I guess that's enough negative about Pokemon and the whole situation.
Yeah, true.
It's a bit sad. I honestly, when normally I'd buy one or two things to hold on to, and I might crack a few things.
Personal, and just want to open some, but.
And I guess this is where it comes into play. Once you've been in the hobby long enough, you start to realise that as much as fun as it is opening the product, if you're doing a special chase, like a certain chase card that you want, you're better off just going and buying that card.
Bit depressing though, isn't it?
It's depressing,
When you're a kid, I guess, mum or grandma or whatever, you sell pocket money, you can go in. There's always stock there. There's always tins. Oh, dude, the amount of tins I've opened is pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. And then you can open them, pack your card, and if you don't, it's kind of not really a loss because then again, you use mum's money anyway. But, it was way more enjoyable. You can open things and love it. But now you open things and all you're thinking about is, well, hopefully it's worth it because we've sort of been tracked to price everything, not the fun of it has sort of gone away a little bit, which is unfortunate, obviously. But you could open things back in the day. You don't get anything in 6 packs and kind of still be happy, you know what I mean? But now, because of the value of things, you're opening it and it's like, well, I don't really see the value. What is the point? And I think that's what some people are starting to ask themselves, honestly, is sort of, what is the point of getting back into it? Like, I don't know,
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer because, it's all TCGs are going up. Yeah. All prices are going up. Unfortunately, with being Australia, we've only got one distributor, so they sort of hold the hand of
who gets what.
Yeah, who gets what, and then you have to make it, and people will buy product no matter what. You can put it at any price you like, and I feel like people are still buying it. So it's such a weird world to live in at the moment within the TCG. The main thing is I just wish that it wasn't. As much as sometimes we sell our product, as in our own personal collection and stuff like that, and you're happy with the gains that you make from it.
Yep.
Most of the time, it's from somebody that is either wanting to hold that same thing that you've held for a while and hold it for longer, or they're chasing something that they really want. So I just don't know where anyone fits in now because how are kids meant to open packs all the time when there's no product on the shelves?
That's what I've always said. Ever since the sort of, I guess myself starting to get back into it, similar time as the 20th anniversary, maybe a little bit later. I always sort of wondered when you can go in and sort of buy Pokemon cards at Coles or buy Pokemon cards anywhere. You can't do that now. Where are kids opening packs? All in all, it really is. It's mainly a child's game, right? A trading card game. I guess there's tournaments and adults can 100% get back into it. We're into it, fully into it. But is generally for kids to open and have a little bit of fun with. They can't do that anymore. It's unfortunate. Like, what mum is paying $600 for a UPC? And also sitting there refreshing the page. There's no actual, I guess, parent or older person that is sort of doing that. And why should you have to do that? There should be stock available for kids to open. Mum, can I get a pack? Yeah, no worries. But you can't. That normal is gone, which is the unfortunate thing.
Yeah. So I guess realistically, that's really a negative start.
Sorry.
That first episode, it's really negative. Yeah, but in saying that, it's just true, we want to talk about the latest stuff that's in front of us, and obviously we're recording a day after the 25th anniversary. The 30th anniversary.
Opinion could change tomorrow. Never know.
You never know.
Never know what news comes out. We could scrap this and be like, you know what? Nah. Positive, but
So either way, we'll talk about the next. So we'll skip the 30th anniversary now. Everyone's pretty frustrated about it and stuff like that. And obviously the people that got in, congratulations. If you're willing to pay that much for it, that is fine. I mean, we're obviously willing to push our pockets a bit deeper if we had to, if we really wanted something. Yeah. So that's we're just all one and the same.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk quickly about Pitch Black, which comes out later this month. Sorry.
Correct.
And we have it's got a pretty nice Darkrai in it, Mega Darkrai.
Do you like the Mega Darkrai?
The question I've been asked many times is if I like it or not, and it's weird. I don't like the actual design of Mega Darkrai.
Yeah, nah.
It's just like a giant ball. And I mean, it's like, you know...
It's like Jupiter.
It's like it's meant to be the stuff of nightmares, I understand, you know.
Yeah.
But the card is aesthetically clean.
Yes.
I do like it.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that I'd rather buy... If I was going to buy the card myself outright and not just try and pack it, I would probably just go buy the Japanese version of it, because the Japanese, especially in that kind of card, the texture would be off the charts.
Clean. It's clean. It's clean, especially if you are sort of big into grading. I know we sort of used to, but grading wise, even Japanese cards in general, they are going to tend to be a lot easier to get 10s in, and in some aspects a little bit cheaper than English. I know people just don't like it because it's Japanese or whatever else. I mean, each to their own, but I love Japanese. I always sort of collect Japanese, but yeah, the cards are cleaner, the print runs are nicer, and there's always seems to be a lot of stock of it. You sort of never hear about a Japanese set running out, which is a cool thing as well. So I don't know, if you haven't tried, if you've only been sort of English card sets, Pokemon sets, and you do want to go to Japanese, I very, very highly recommend it.
Yeah, and that's... I was going to say the same thing. If you want a nice, clean PSA 10 card, get a Japanese version of that card.
100%.
Yeah, or if you just want to feel how good the texture that comes, the quality that comes out of like the Japanese printing is top tier.
Yeah,
and it's just across the board with all TCGs that come out of Japan.
Yeah, One Piece, yes.
Yeah, so either way, I thought, so out of the two that have been coming out recently, so we had Chaos Rising a couple months ago, or a month and a half ago, and now we've got Pitch Black coming out. I invested more money. I mean, when I say invested more money, I mean I bought 2 booster boxes and I bought one of the other one. So it's not like, you know, I bought cases, because you can't do that these days if you're just a normal, you know, everyday consumer.
General public, yeah.
But yeah, so I was, you know, I ordered 2 because I thought, you know what, I feel like the Darkrai is a better chase than the Greninja from Chaos Rising.
Yeah, whether I'm not even sure, do they have an original Darkrai artwork in that set?
Not that.
Or is it all Mega now?
No, there's a normal one, but that's just the EX cards. Which is so like there's like a normal like Darkrai EX with like the texture, but it's just like a normal bordered card. Normal. And then you've got the extended art ones, which is the full picture, but it still has that kind of retro color feel at the back of it, like a holographic kind of thing. Which it's still Mega Darkrai, looks okay, but yeah, nonetheless, I think out of the 2, I think I haven't checked through all of the, because like I'm not intending to rip it, which is sad, because I just feel like I don't feel like
same thing, I guess, with the value. Like, if that's where you're going to go, it's just...
like I will buy like, you know, booster bundle or a few loose packs, excuse me, just to see what could be in there.
Yeah.
But to buy,
orders.
but to crack a whole booster box, it just does not seem worth it these days.
No.
Because I love, don't get me wrong, I love ripping packs, but being an adult, you have to be responsible with your money. Like,
it's, like I was saying before, we grab mum's credit card and you can sort of go crazy with it, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously don't do that.
But nonetheless, like, I think there's, I think out of the 2, not saying if you were to invest in one or the other that you'd make a better profit at it each or. I just like the Darkrai.
In general.
Darkrai a bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think that's about it from Pitch Black, which is, but it just feels so. It just feels like, and we're gonna say it again. The 30th anniversary has overshadowed another.
It's taken over. Not many people are focusing on that. Then again, from an investment point of view, could that be a good thing? If you know what I'm saying, all the hype is sort of in the anniversary. Where these other sets, I'm not sure if we sort of. We've seen it last year, but
we have seen it in the past where some sets get slept on, and then all of a sudden they boom. You know, I feel like Paldean Fates, when it first released, it was like meh.
Yeah, average.
But then the Bubble Mew took off, and then the Bubble Mew is the chase card from that.
Magikarp.
Yeah, the Magikarp.
Which is an unreal artwork.
What, from Paldea Evolved?
Yeah.
Yep.
Paldea Evolved. Loved it. Still love it. Yeah.
So yeah, I think. There's always that sleeper set that, you know, I thought Surging Sparks was going to be a bigger set.
Didn't move.
And it's really hold off, but I think it's got some really nice, and I think, you know, Stellar Crown, for an older, when I say older set, it's like the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Stellar Crown, like, it's got the Bulbasaur, it's got the Squirtle.
Yeah.
Like, those are nice cards.
100%.
So, I think that might be a sleeper, Stellar Crown.
Could you see that sleeper being the Chaos Rising and Pitch Black?
I don't know, because I thought Obsidian Flames was rubbish. when it first came out, and then that has now held pretty well.
Yeah, I sold my case. I go, yeah, true. Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately, I honestly can't. Like I said, most of the, like, right now, I feel like it's either Ascended Heroes or 30th Anniversary. Like, they're the ones that are going to overshadow everything.
Ascended Heroes,
because Ascended Heroes is absolutely stacked.
It is good.
Like,
I do like it.
Has so many nice cards. And it was only in the biggest thing you could buy was an ETB.
Yep.
And so that's why those holiday sets are so hard, or those special sets are so hard to invest in, because there's only so much out there. And that's another thing. If you can't find, because Ascended Heroes right now is going through the roof. Like, it's so hard to find. I think I was looking on eBay. Two ETBs was $600.
Yeah, so 300 each.
Yep. So, but I looked at the Japanese market and I was looking at buying Mega Dream EX, which is the Japanese version of Ascended Heroes, and just buying a few of the booster boxes.
What is the box worth?
I want to say 150 maybe. And you're guaranteed a hit in it.
Guaranteed hit.
Yeah.
Half the price English, and let's just say luck's on your side, and you do get that, the Dragonite Chase. Are you going to grade it? The quality is going to be there. The centering is going to be perfect. There's not going to be any chips or whitening. Nothing, zero. Promise you. So, is it worth a gamble going on sort of the Japanese sets? I personally think it is. I switched there for a long time, probably for about 6 to 8 months. I was only getting Japanese because I really didn't see the standard sort of in the English. You rip open a package, it's got whiting straight away on the back. Centering's very, very average, and you're like, well, from a grading perspective, obviously you're filling the binder and doing the sets, completely different story. You probably don't really mind, but again, with Japanese stuff, I was opening a bunch, grading a bunch, selling a bunch, as a bit of a hobby thing myself. But English is not worth it in sort of my opinion when it comes to grading cards and ripping packs to grade. That's the difference I'm sort of trying to make here. But
yeah. I was just having a look now on Collector, which is what we suggested everyone check out on our trade days when we have people come in.
Good for tracking collections.
Tracking collections and also prices, as well as eBay last solds.
Yep.
So yeah, for a Mega Dream EX booster box, they're smaller packs. They got less cards in them. Yeah, and then they've got...
Was it 10 packs?
Yeah, I think it might be 10 packs. And less cards as well, but you're guaranteed a SAR, I think.
In the box.
So it's 153 on Collector, which, that varies a little bit. But if you're looking at, I think, a Mega Dream booster box case itself is apparently selling for 2.5. And I think an ETB case is selling for a lot. Because I think there's like...
Yeah, good shout.
I'm not 100% sure how many... Because for people that don't know, there's two different types of booster boxes, two different types of booster boxes from in the Japanese kind of printing. And there's the skinny ones that look like a little phone box, and then there's the flat.
I think they're more of a premium box. I'm not sure what they sort of call them, but you got a 10 pack of Japanese is about, like, it's that big sort of thing, big as a phone, I guess, really. And you get 10 packs in there, or you have your normal sort of booster boxes. They're 30 packs, same as sort of English. But same thing again. Is there guaranteed hits in the 30?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to have to search that one up. But yeah, the premium sets always sort of come out. Terrestrial Festival, which was a Japanese set, that was a 10 pack, and that was also a guaranteed SAR as well.
And there's some God packs in those too.
I actually was lucky enough to get a God pack. The Sylveon, the Umbreon, everything. A Jolteon, Vaporeon, and a couple others. Open one box, that's it. And I was like, alright, I'm done. I've lucked out. So I'm happy. Keep the rest.
Yeah.
No point opening it.
But nonetheless, like we're saying is, if we would have, if we had money to drop on something right now, it's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
Because like, you don't want to, you want to diversify a little bit. You don't want to go for all one set. But, we're not financial advisors, and that's not our job to tell you what you should buy.
Yeah.
All we're saying is that, don't buy into all the hype all the time, especially if you are a collector and you're looking for a certain chase card and say the set's just released, don't buy it straight away.
Wait a week.
Wait a week, see how it goes, because like the Greninja card from Chaos Rising apparently selling for around $400. Now the big one it was really hard to tell what was going to actually happen was the Phantasmal Flames Charizard, the SAR, which is one of probably the best Charizard cards in the last 5-6 years. And it was, so right now it's selling for about 1,200 raw. This is through Collector, so it's not 100% accurate, but it's a rough estimate.
Varies, yeah.
And the card is phenomenal. I'm not sure how much it was selling for when it first released, but we can check on Lucky Enough to Collector. Is it tells you, hopefully they sponsor us one day.
Yeah.
So we'll go back for the last 3 months, because I think it was 3 months ago when it first came out. We'll go 6 months.
No, even 1 year. Have a look.
No, because it only came out this year, this set. So when it first released in January, was it in January?
It was longer than that, man. Look, when it first released a year ago.
November.
Yeah,
Oh.
November, yeah.
Man, the year obviously has gone way too fast for me. So Phantasmal was last year.
Yes, right, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, so the lowest, when it first released, it was skyrocketing for about 2.5.
On the day.
And then you're looking around $600. It was selling for, not long after,
So a month later. That's literally a month later.
Yeah.
November 17th, December 17th. Look at that.
Yeah.
So, man, massive difference there.
That's our little hot tip, is don't buy the brand new card. And that's the same as, I think a lot of vendors I've noticed in the past, people I've been in connections with through buying product through, is that they often and typically stay away from sets that have just released, because it's hard to tell. They don't want to invest their money into a card that might drop in the next week or two.
Too much of a risk for them. Yeah.
So, either way, it's a great card though.
Unreal. But same thing again, I'm not sure if people do notice, on the Mega Charizard XEX, I guess a little bit confusing there, the Charmander, the writing on the bottom of the attack, it's covered its face, sort of thing. In the Japanese version, what is that called?
Picture.
What is that called, Japanese version?
I
did forget. But anyway, long story short, go have a look at it for yourself. Look at the Japanese version of the Charizard and the English version of the Charizard, and you'll see the little Charmander is not covered. Yeah, it is not covered. The writing doesn't go above his head in the English version. The writing goes straight past his head, and
some collectors love that. Like, they love.
If you don't care, if you're not fussed and I guess just going for the value of the card, then don't worry about it. But if you look at the artwork difference between the both, I promise you, look at the artwork difference between the both, and you will see two different types of quality, in my opinion.
Yeah. Either way, I don't know how we got to this part of it. I think we're just talking about.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
We're just talking, obviously blabbering out of our mouths about it. But I think, we have Pitch Black, and then 30th anniversary. And then after that, there's rumored to be. There's so much stuff out there. There was one called something Aura, which I don't know if that's 100% accurate, because it had like Lucario on it. And I was like, we've had a fair bit of Lucario in the last few years.
Grand Zenith.
Great set. But we're thinking there's other people and there's words thrown around or rumours being thrown around that it's going to be a Rayquaza theme set. So you're looking at your Evolving Skies, you're looking at your
Super
Celestial
hype.
Storms.
That's just hype.
Because if people don't know, a lot of the sets are just remade again. So Infernal X, you could say, sorry, that's the Japanese version of it, but you could say Phantasmal Flames was the same as Obsidian Flames, which was the same as Darkness Ablaze. These are the common things that happen all the time.
Yeah, I think every single new series of Pokemon, I'm not sure what you call it, Scarlet and Violet, Bloody Sword and Shield, but they all include a Charizard set. It's always some sort of hype set to sort of keep that genre sort of alive, I guess, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah,
and obviously this time around, it all coincides with the video games. So if you look at, we went from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet, and there was no real gap in between. There was Crown Zenith, which saw the end of Sword and Shield.
Yep. And
then we moved straight into Scarlet and Violet due to there being such a gap between the two games. So you had Scarlet and Violet, and then we had what's it called? Legends ZA.
Ah, yes.
Yep. So instead of being a direct, it's just called, and because their whole game is based around Mega Evolution, hence why they released Mega Evolution, the card line. So then we got Wind and Waves coming out next year. So as soon as these sets are all finished up, it will move to base set Wind and Waves. So we'll see a whole new, generation of Pokemon. You'll see probably roughly some of the bigger sets or the bigger themed Pokemon sets eventually will come back into rotation again. So you'll have a base set, then you'll move into we had the same thing with Paldea Evolved, and I just heard a ringing noise and I wasn't sure what it was.
I think it was your fan.
That's my laptop back to explode.
Yeah. 3, 2.
Anyways, so that's just a bit of history and about what should to come. So, I think that pretty much sums up what we wanted to talk about today. We don't want to blabber on too much more. We just want to say, we're looking at trying to incorporate other TCGs. Right now, they're all going bananas. It is ridiculous. We have Dragon Ball cards are selling out, or booster boxes are selling out day one of the pre-orders. One Piece is just going strength to strength. It is ridiculous. There's a new Naruto set coming out next year, which I'd be interested in buying a couple booster boxes and crack them because, I did the same thing with My Hero Academia, and that was rubbish, unfortunately, if there's any My Hero fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems like all TCGs are booming right now, and you just don't know it's impossible to want to collect all of them all unless you work a ridiculously well-paid job. It's so hard to get into any kind of TCGs at the moment, and it's a shame, really, because it should be available for everyone and it shouldn't be priced out.
100%. That's why I think you've got so many sort of different TCG products like Pokemon, One Piece, Dragon Ball. Are people now, I guess, again, don't want to be a little bit negative, but on a scalping point of view, are people only sort of getting into these different TCGs because they see the potential profit in it? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what they say. Sneakerheads have jumped into it now, and have been around long enough now within the communities of the Australian hobby of Pokemon. And we see a lot of it. We see a lot of guys that the same guys have the same amount of product every time, and they're getting it through backdoor kind of purchases, which is where they somehow get their hands on cases or more products through the bigger chain stores, through their connections, which is there's also plenty of we shouldn't give these guys light because then it shows that people might be interested in doing it.
Correct.
But there are so many other discords as well that give you so much information when things are going to drop
on how to do it, on actually how to get all of this product and what sort of product and how much to get of the product. And they even talk about prices, for example, of reselling, no one sell under X amount of money, or no one do this, no one do that. And it's like a big cult. I know it sounds so weird, but it's just like a bit of a cult, really. And look, if you bring it back to just the simple, it's a product for kids. You know what I mean? Let the kids open, let the kids have fun.
And we're all former children.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
So now you have adult money, you can buy this stuff. But it does I the 30th anniversary is the first time I've actually said I'm not going to if I can find some kind of realistic pricing, and then I might buy some, but I'm not gonna buy into the hype because they always say that if you want to buy something or there's something that you really want, maybe sleep on it and then 100%. See if you feel the same thing in the morning.
100%.
Because the studies say that by the end of the day you're absolutely exhausted and your decision making is not as good.
That's right.
I think we can all speak to that.
I think my decision making is still going to be good if I'm spending $600 on a UPC. But that's my opinion.
But nonetheless, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. This was literally, we've just thrown this together. We barely have any time to actually catch up, the two of us, and we're trying to run a business together. So we're just going to be throwing it on there, see if it sticks, and it does matter. We still love making content. We want to be able to involve the community and you guys and drag you along for our adventure. And we've met so many great people so far through our trade days. We've only done 2 of them so far. We want to do another one. I think I've mentioned it in the past. We want to do at least another one before the end of the year. But they won't stop. We are 100% in it for the community. We're not here to...
It's always going to happen, regardless of anything. Even if we are that busy and even if we are seeming as though we have no time, we're always going to make time. So it's something that everyone seems to enjoy. The turnouts have been very good, sort of from what we sort of predicted. I guess downplaying the hobby in our community, but we sort of got a bit of a surprise on both the trade days, not just one of them. And the second one growing from the first, and you see how well sort of everyone connects to each other and just finds a spot and starts talking, and you get the whole conversation going. People trading cards, kids, very, very kid friendly, which was good. It was wicked to see, and if we don't want to sort of stop that for you guys as well as us, because we love seeing it, and obviously you guys love doing it, so we're going to keep it up no matter what, and it should be wicked.
So I think that pretty much wraps up the first episode of our... So this is going on YouTube, and I'm saying this out loud now. I don't know why, because you guys are going to be watching this on YouTube.
Unless they are.
The main thing is that we're going to be uploading more content. The YouTube stuff will mainly be focused on this kind of thing. We'll have other short stuff, which we'll probably post to our other socials, which will be just Facebook at this stage. We just want to be more engaging. And, we love this hobby, hence why we wanted to do this and start this business. We're not sure where it's going to go. We have a bit of a roadmap of where we want to get to. But, it can be crazy, and we're walking into the unknown, but we're super excited that we get to do it, and that hopefully we can drag you guys along for the way and have a bit of a watch, and be transparent. We want to be good people and show our good faith to you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
Easy, thank you.